You won't believe what we just found.
It is 200 years old.
So let's finish cleaning up this attic.
And then I'll show you all the treasures.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Previously on Lex and Marianne. We recently bought a 230-year-old farmhouse in Germany. The first thing we did was to make ourselves a small temporary apartment. Check. Now we are clearing out the house and the other buildings, preparing for renovation. The last few weeks we have been cleaning out the attic. It actually has 2 levels, so double the work. We found some objects that are really old and fully intend to save them. But mostly the attic is filled with decades worth of discarded furniture. And the amount of dust up there is staggering. But we soldier on and hopefully we can finish the attic this week. And now, the continuation. Marianne, are there any bugs under there?
No, none. I haven't seen very many at all here. It's kind of odd.
I think in total I saw 5 creepy crawlies, if any. It's a bit weird.
I can't wait to bring this baby down.
But I don't think we can do this with 2 persons.
No, we need more hands for that.
that was quite a job. The bulk of the work is done. So I will carry the wood down and clean the stairs, and we're done.
So finally, it is time to show you everything we found here in the attic. Some of the stuff are a mystery to us, some of the stuff is quite obvious. We found a couple of very nice treasures that made us very happy, and we're excited to show you. So let's take a little tour. We already showed that chest of drawers, which is actually a trunk of drawers, which was very nice. These are all the burlap sacks that I saved, and a whole roll of burlap. That'll come in handy when we are doing the vegetable garden or any other garden business. I found an empty frame and a painting which seems to be like from a nativity scene, which is quite fitting, seeing that it's almost Christmas. I really love these planks with hooks. They will make nice decorations. The ones with the porcelain hooks are my favorite. Here are two sieves. Let me show you. Yeah, well, that probably were used to sift the grain. This one is the wider one. The other one has a smaller pattern. They're in pretty good condition, so they'll come in handy. There's a basket that's kind of falling apart. I'm not sure if it actually ever truly was a basket or that it was maybe something that was used as a duck's nest or something, because we found remnants of eggs in there. Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, this is one of our mystery items. When we saw it, we immediately thought it was an old Dutch game called Schulbakken, but it's probably not. Maybe something to do with sifting grain or something. Then on the table, there are a couple of items that I think I recognize and that have to do with either wool or hemp processing. Maybe if we can get a little bit of a close-up of this one. This one has a little roster here, kind of a mini guillotine, and these things that can turn. And here you can actually hang. So I think this is probably something that the hemp or wool was pulled through and then stacked on these rolling pins. This is definitely something that I recognize because my mom used to have one in a similar fashion, but much smaller, which was also used to put yarn on rolls. This little thing is actually quite special. We have a little bit of a larger version of that, which came out of the other little attic. There used to be 4, what's that called?
Legs.
Legs. And I think this was also used to either pull wool or hemp through to sort of separate it. And it has an engraving that says 1824.
Let me see if I can get that. It's focusing slowly.
So
there it is, 1824.
This little thing has had a life of almost 200 years. And someone actually took the effort to carve 2 little hearts in it. We don't know where the other 3 legs are. So that's all the hemp or wool working stuff. Then here is an old saddle, I think, because I don't know much about horses or other animals that can be ridden, but these are some stuff that I think either cows or horses were drawn with. We found these iron things that we don't even know what they are, and we don't know if we'll really keep them, but someone took the effort of tying them up and storing them here in the attic, and they're kind of cool. This thing is like this giant saw, this saw blade, 2-person saw blade, which is actually quite cool as well. This trunk thing, don't know exactly what it was used for, but me being in the Christmas mood, immediately thought that if this town is going to put up a nativity scene, then we've got the baby Jesus hamper where he can rest, because it would be perfect for that. Let me see. Then we have a little cupboard. That's also, it's very, very old, and for any of my viewers who are also blog readers and who know about Miss Mustard Seed and the way that she can fix up old furniture, this has her name written all over it. I actually have also found the top for this. That's a little cabinet with 2 glass doors that goes on top of this. And it's definitely something that I'm going to fix up. 2 old kitchen chairs that are pretty cool. And I think the biggest and the best find of all is this bed. You really have to check it out. It's a bit short. I'm 5'3", and I think I could barely stretch in this bed. So it's definitely up to modern standards. But it is beautiful. It has all of this ornate top. I love these, I don't know how you call these things, pinnacles, whatever, but with all the stretch, and then these little decorations, and even the sides are decorated. And this is the foot of the bed, which makes sense that it would be the most ornate, because that's what you would see. And I don't know if we can use it as a bed, maybe make it longer, or that I could turn it into a day bed or a sofa or something, but it is beautiful. But I'm gonna make sure that I do it justice and that I don't mess it up with any kind of makeover project. But it's a beautiful find, and we were really happy with it. It was quite a big thing to get it down, though. So, yeah, all in all, lots of...
and what's that there on the ground?
Oh yeah, this is the top part of a closet that is still on the other side of the attic. We showed it to you when we did the first tour of the attic. We know that we can take that closet apart, but you need a lot of hands for that, because once you pull out some sort of joining elements, it will sort of collapse and fall wide open. So we'll have to wait until we have a couple of more hands before we can take that down. But that is actually the ornate top of that closet. And I think next Halloween we're all ready, because we can be the Grim Reaper. It's, well, I think in Dutch it's called a zeis. I don't actually know how that's called in English. But yeah, kind of cool. It's actually quite still very sharp. And then we have one mystery item that we actually have no clue what it could be. There is some sort of webbing here, which makes me think it might have been a kind of a sieve. The shape also reminds me of a snowshoe, but it's way too big for that. It could be a very awkward kind of a primitive tennis racket. We have actually no clue what this is. And if anyone could tell us in the comments, we would be very grateful. Thank you, by the way, for everybody who helped us figure out what those two barrels in the old barn were. That's been solved. They are part of a primitive washing machine. This item, however, is still a mystery to us.
And don't forget the two drawers, the metal drawers.
Ah, yeah. Also, someone also told us that those two metal drawers that we found in the little attic are part of a German Hexe stove, I think it was called. And if we find the stove, then we would be really, really, really lucky, because those are very rare. But yeah, so far we haven't found the stove, just the drawers. So, another mystery for you. And two happy campers that this attic is finished and that we found some nice stuff.